They say a sneeze comes out of your mouth at 100 miles an hour. About half as fast as the word yes came out of mine when she begged me for help. Maybe it was the desperation in her voice. Maybe it was the desperation in my bank manager's voice. Maybe I shouldn't have listened to either of them. Too late now.
You Shelby?
Who wants to know?
Detective Crew. You want to tell me what a second-rate dick like you was doing in a married woman's bathroom late at night?
Well, I wasn't looking for the soap.
How'd you get in?
I ain't the only sucker in town with a set of these. Her name was Alyssa Delvecchio. Rich, bored, stacked. Pinkies drowning in rocks and a heart made of stone. The sugar daddy is Leo Delvecchio. A big man in the mob, but a small one in the sack. They don't cohabit no more.
Meaning?
She liked her men tall, dark, and often.
So, what's your story?
She calls me up 6 weeks ago. Says she needs help. Says she sees dead people. I tell her, lady, when you're married to the second biggest crime boss in the city, I'm surprised you see any live ones.
But you come over anyway.
Sure, why not? She's just stepping out of the pool, wearing a swimsuit that looks like it's waiting for a starting pistol to go off, and a smile wider than a great white that hasn't eaten since Lincoln was a boy. She tells me she needs a hand.
And did she tell you where to put it?
She didn't need to. If her body was a road map, I was already way past no entry sign.
You skip the driving lesson, what next?
We go at it like a sack full of polecats on poppers. Right there against that bar.
Jesus, Shelby. Was this place being cleaned?
Afterwards, she told me about the dead people.
Finally.
She used to be a dancer at the Top Heavy Burlesque Club. One day, she's going to catch up on old times when she turns a corner and steps into a nightmare. Couldn't get it out of her head, so she checked out the news cuttings at the city library. Manuel the Greek Tyrannus, rubbed out 1 year earlier, but he was just the first. Jimmy Dingle, June 23, 1957. Cops say hit and run, but whoever did it had time to reverse over his balls twice before they ran.
So what? Leo whacked a couple of guys who've been playing hide the salami with his wife.
And she swore she didn't know him.
And you believe the pillow talk?
Yeah, after she told me about Mommy Dearest. Tuesday at 4, regular as clockwork. Tea for 2, only this time it's tea for 3. Now, she's damn sure Mama hasn't iced anything more dangerous than a cupcake, so that's when she calls me. Wants me to find out what's going on. Is she going crazy or what?
What do you do?
I don't get much chance to do nothing. Before I know it, she's seeing him everywhere. More white lines than a coke fiend's wet dream. Richard Gammon, stabbed. Julie Hart, strangled with her own nylons. The entire Watson family, poisoned. Then 2 weeks ago, crazy turns to scary. I do the usual checks. Nothing. I go back 30 years. Still nothing. So, I hightail it around here and fill her in.
And then?
Then I fill her up. Next morning, I'm wondering whether to wake her for a rematch when it comes on the radio. 2 hookers wasted in Hopkins Park. Throat slashed. I try to break a channel, but now she's seeing the future and that scares the bejesus out of her. First thing she does is have me check the records for this place, so I do. And like I tell her, No one's ever been killed here. I spell it out real clear. No one's ever been killed here. But she won't listen. She starts to cling like a magnetic starfish. Says she loves me. Says she's through with Leo. Says she's gonna tell him all about us. And that scares the bejesus out of me.
You mean Leo ain't gonna like it when he finds out you've been laying down on the job?
Everyone knows Leo's got a real dark side. Trouble is, that's his good one. So I tell her I'm out of smokes and head for the local store. Via Mexico. Then I lay low for a couple of weeks and hope it all goes away. Only thing is, while I'm taking a hike, she takes a shower, and who knows what happened next. Poor kid. I bet she never even said goodbye to dear old Leo.
Coroner says she was scared to death. Too terrified to move. Stick around, Shelby. I ain't through with you.
You got my number.
By the way, what were you doing in the bathroom tonight?
Washing my hands. They say a sneeze comes out of your mouth at 100 miles an hour. A lie comes out much slower. And a cigarette even slower still. But they all have the same effect. They wipe everything clean.